The second it says 9 a.m., Illustrious is taking that fish and putting it in chat. So the dud, the short answer is that the no movement challenge has just been delayed. I wanted to give a little bit of free PR to the tier list while we're getting things started. So as a reminder, I have a new tier list video that everyone who is here should have watched. If you have not yet watched the tier list video, shame on you. Hey Sam, how's it going? But yeah, I decided to go for a shorter one actually because so first of all, I want to do some of these. Sam, you monster. Hold on a second. Let me let's see. That should give you the link. Yeah, Illustrious. That was not my finest work. So Abigail, we gotta talk about exactly what the low tier weapon challenge is gonna look like. You monsters. So TLS guide did not work, or is it just taking? Uh-oh, what was that? Let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, no commands for us today. The bot is definitely up because you're seeing messages show up, and it's all the same bot. I will get the link manually, and there's going to be. I think I have a token that expired, but I think it's only going to affect the spreadsheet related portions of the chatbot's functionality, which is no big deal. So here you go. There's the YouTube link. There's the YouTube link on the YouTube side. Everyone should go watch it. We're at a solid like 1.2K views, give or take, for the first 24 hours, which is pretty good. Yeah, so I looked at all the suggestions, but I figured we'd work it out live on the fly and come up with exactly what we're gonna do. I think the plan is I'm gonna do a bit of a cycle. I want today's stream to be a little less crazy long. So the way that I'm going to do that is we're going to start out with Glintfine, and then we'll work our way through. So yeah. So I think the short version of it is we need to look at our tier list. Hey, Simple, welcome on in. We need to look at our tier list, which I'll bring up on screen for a moment now, and also pin for the moment. And I want to bring it up a little larger on my screen so that I can actually see it. So yeah, so we're gonna do all the bad weapons is the plan. At least all the bad weapons in terms of my tier list, which would definitely be, let's see, we'll put it on boundless mode. So definitely without question, two-handed sword is getting put in there. Yes, I said, didn't I say Gildenberg? That's the one that I meant. I want a short run. Glintfine is not a short run. Great Axe in C tier, you're out of your mind. I am not, Sam. I am the sanest I have ever been. But I encourage you to go and leave that comment on the YouTube video. Your new save runs have nothing. Hey, Suspicious Iguana, welcome on in. So let's see. Longbow is definitely getting put in. And then Magic Orb is the worst magic item, so that's getting put in. Yes, Orb time for walls. Yeah, I think that's going to be the thing, because we are doing this no Ballista. These are not bad, only unconventional. That's way too high for Great Axe. Oh boy. Now we're just stirring stuff up. So the question is, we could add the second weapons to the list. But if we went for the second tier, that would be Gauntlet, Rifle, and Great Axe. So this would be lowest rank too, but Gauntlet seems awfully generous. Will I do Boundless mode for weapon restrictions? Yes, I will be using the Boundless mode on this side of things. Oh, second worst would be Hammer. Good call. Yes. Yeah, so Hammer, Longsword, Rifle, Longbow, Gauntlet, Magic Orb. It is relatively good. Yeah, like the magic weapons in general, like I think the resistance just makes them pretty solid. Yeah, the magic weapons are all relatively high tier because I think the resistance is pretty good. It's generous because we're trying to make this hard, and giving me the gauntlet makes things less hard. So let's see. So I should probably show my screen because I've been tinkering away over here. But yeah, so looking at it in this context, and I will unpin the tier list at this point. I kind of feel like maybe we skip the gauntlet because it's just too good, and we do Hammer, Longsword. Yeah, maybe we just do all the D and F tiers. So wait, what else am I including here? Longbow only? Yeah, I could see it, Cravallo. Yeah, let's do it something like this. It's a little hard for you guys to see, but we have Hammer, two-handed sword, too much chat in the way. If you go for 3 weapons, we end up having Tome, which feels like it is way too generous. Yeah, I want to start out low, but we're going to do a bit of a cycle. I'm going to go with this. I'm going to say anything in D and F tiers is auto-included, and we'll just go with these 4. Orb only someday. So sadly, this particular Boundless mode does not let me unselect the final weapon. So, or the final weapon of any category. So that's one thing that we're going to have to at some point revive Abigail's single weapon mod, the Omen of Weapons option, in order to do that. So it won't. This first one won't be that crazy. To be clear, because we're going to be doing Gildenberg, because I want to spend a little bit of time on the new update for SpellRogue as well, so we're going to do it. We can modify the XML to change it the minimum to 0. I'd be curious if that worked in Lustrous, because the reason I assumed they didn't do that is because I think it might break the shop if you don't also change the shop to not have the strict number of each weapon. That was another change that Abigail had to make. But anyways, so we've got that. So let me start up the YouTube video. What builds can you do? Just do damage. Yes, doubling what Abigail said there. All right. Let's see. Do that. Okay, so in honor of the tier list, which I'll bring up briefly here, if you have not seen my tier list video, it is linked in the video description of this video, and I would highly recommend you check it out. But we're going to take all the D and F tier weapons out for a little bit of Gildenberg. So that means that the hammer, the two-handed sword, the longbow, and the magic orb will be our only weapons. And we're going to be going to Gildenberg. We're going to be doing it on Apoc 5. We're going to be skipping Ballista. And then I have to decide what omens we take. Geez. I think it's got to be advanced training and dexterity. Boring as boring does. The Unga Bunga builds. Just lots and lots of damage, yeah. And then, yeah, Apoc 5. We've got the weapons locked in. Let's get this party started. See what our cast of characters looks like. Yeah, this first one's not going to be too crazy, but I think I am planning to beat all the maps with terrible weapons. So what my thinking here is that we start out with this map, we do some build science, and we start to learn what we think works. Oh my gosh. Freaking Casper's rocking 2 hammers. What's better than 1 hammer? 2 hammers. Great. just what I needed in my life. All right. Let's get to know what these jokers have going on. Also, Keon here, that's a haircut and a half. I'm just saying. The The upper decker 5 o'clock shadow with the green skin is just not doing Keon any favors. But Casper is the first we're going to look at. I wasn't planning on introducing any new weapons, Abigail, but I kind of want to see. We might go as high as 2 of each weapon, but I don't want to go too crazy. Okay, so we have a druid who is frail and foresighted. So we could go for like an alchemist build or something like that. Not that I think that's particularly strong, but potions might do a bit of carrying. And then defensive and debuff is not exactly what we wanted to see. We don't have a single weapon with propagate currently available, right? Yeah, no propagate, so that volatile is not going to be at all interesting. Let's see. So it's got to be some type of like sadist build here. I don't think there's any way around it. We have no momentum weapons. I don't think orb plays super well there. We do have some stun capacity with hammer. I mean, yeah, berserk is fine. Berserk is a lot less good when you don't have a war shield in your hip pocket. We could go overload because we have the bag slots. Flexibility. What would we pair with a hammer? We're just going to pair a magic orb with a hammer? I guess we could go two-handed sword hammer. We do have 2 melee weapons. But they're both melee weapons, so that means flexibility is no bueno. Yeesh. Maybe we skip overload for Mark. I like Rogue Voltage. We have it on the schedule again this week. Double melee with bodybuilder. I guess we do want to get some damage in. I think I'm going to grab that, and I'm also going to leave Mark on this. And we don't get too many top tiers since we are in Gildenberg. So since it's a short map, Bully will probably be worth taking. So we'll do something like this, but it's, you know, it's a little thin. Then next up we have, is this just Gale? I'm not sure exactly how you go for that. 0 trinket slots, Orc Blood, and Scavenger. What a world. Looks like we're building a Blood Mage. Maybe we're building an Orb Blood Mage and using some beams. Yeah, we're gonna grab Runic Gift. And then probably sprint. And I don't think we go a heck of a lot further than that. Yeah, if we get down to there, we get down to there, but they're I did grab that. Okay, so we're hedgehogging it up. I don't think any of these builds end up particularly good by the end of this. And then Keon. Keon also, the other thing that isn't helping Keon's portrait is closed eyes. I don't think I've ever noticed that there is a closed eyes portrait. Is that weird? Is that just me? Like, genuinely, I'm like, when did this ever happen before? Let's see. Let me grab this. Just grabbing one more thing. There we go. But yeah, so Keon is oh my gosh. Keon is a fortune teller and cold-hearted. That's actually bonkers. I don't think I've ever had a hero that... Oh, I'll just do that. There we go. Now his solar array is online. This is the best traits I have ever seen on a hero. Cold-hearted, fortune teller, dexterous. If I could have every hero have this, I would very gladly. And the crit tree, so we can just go all the way to the stratosphere on this one if we want to. I think Thrifty has a little more value for us on on this one, just because we can toss magic orbs on thrifty characters. Oh, that's the other change that has to be made, is you always generate with one hero of each weapon type. So that also. 3 for 3 coagulation. What the heck is 3 out of 3? What is that standing for? We'll grab Lone Wolf, I guess. I don't think it's particularly good. We also have no multi-hit weapons. Oh, 3 heroes rolled it. Why, like, coagulation isn't that good. I haven't done my perk tier list, but it's not going to be S tier. I might take it on this hero because this is a pretty terrible... Actually, I think Mana Growth is a better grab here. Let's see. Specialist just means we have less suffering that we need to do. I guess I'll grab that, and then I'll grab Big Game, Don't Panic. We're not going to get that far, though. It is free survivability, but I try not to get hit too much in the face early. So, okay, so you're... This S stands for Sadist, not Stun. So I think I need to disambiguate those at some point. Because both our stuns and our sadists. Maybe I should just go opportunist here. There we go. And then what the heck are we building you? You're just crit. There we go. All right. I guess it's time to do some work. Brace yourselves for the awful. Let's see. So we also didn't get a dwarf. Aren't you always supposed to get a dwarf on Gildenberg? I guess not. Put you down here, put you over here, put you up in their faces a little bit. Wow, but we're waiting until stuff comes in. We need to bait corpses quite aggressively, and the hammer is not going to be able to do any damage to anything without killing it. All right. Yes, I think the general consensus from the tier list video was that the longbow's greatest superpower is that it basically can't kill anything. So it's really good for softening enemies up. Because its damage is so deplorable. And as long as I don't target an isolated enemy, we can just kind of do this. Yeah, the hammer just does a lot of damage. What is your deal? This Clar over here is doing some work. Oh, don't isolate. Don't attack isolated enemies. Good at wounding. Oh, I guess we can... Oh, this is interesting. So we can get scrolls that are otherwise not... for weapons we don't have access to. That's kind of curious. Let's just keep finding pockets to soften up. We have a little mana regen, so I might as well be poking people a little bit. To the difference in character builds, I changed their portrait background color. Blood Mage is red, Opportunity is blue. I know a few people that do that. Paramo. It's a cool idea. At some point. The thing that I would really like to do is make it easier for viewers to submit appearances, because they have a system for doing that, right, where you can like copy and paste. So at some point I might set something up to make that a little more doable. I think I'm just going to put you here and like you here. Do we want to send out? We already sent out our Arctic Blast. Yeah, we can drop codes in, but I would want to make it easier for me to have to grab codes and drop codes. It's a little finicky and a little fiddly right now for me to be like grabbing them and doing stuff with them. Let's see. Let's do that. Do we have another? Looks like we've. I guess if we move over here, maybe is there? No, it doesn't look like there's a good one that's not going to cause a lot of extra death. There's no way this guy's going to be a productive member of society, but we also can't grab him. So everybody's injured. If I move here, I can do this guy. All right, I will do him. Probably not the right play, but we're just kind of hoping that we fill up this. How far in are you going? With him standing here, we do open up a spot here, but this guy will now attack this way. Yeah, and right now we don't have any injured enemies. Orb is being hampered by no poison tree heroes. Is that a thing? Putrid Ball is pretty bad. I don't know that I wouldn't say it's being hampered, Bob. Yeah. Two-hand hammer, or excuse me, one-handed hammer, two-handed sword, longbow, and magic orb is the sufferfest we are currently enduring. Let's see, you can soften this guy up. Do we have... Unfortunately, the injured ones are mixed in with the not-so-injured ones. So I think we're just chilling. How about a death ray? There's not a good death ray location right now. We gotta save the death rays for when they make sense. I think this longbow person is going to do more killing with punches than anything else. That's my, I don't know if that's a fear or achievement unlocked, but certainly something. Yeah, I'm not worried about this one in particular. Gildenberg this is really just an opportunity. Oh, come on. You really had to do him in? All right. We got one slot here where someone's potentially going to attack the building, but that's not the end of the world. Yeah, so the map is going to make this one a little easier, but as I was mentioning before, I think the plan is for this to be the first in a series where we kind of work our way through most of the maps. I don't like where I ended up with this hero, but I guess that's it's just par for the course. Let's see. Trying to figure out how I do this without collateral damage outside of the ranks. Any chance I can get anything over here? No, not really. All right, I guess I'm just running back this way. And then I think this is a good turn to pop that potion, pop that. Oh, did I miss an enemy in the corner that was causing panic? The humanity. This hammer user is doing a lot of work. Like, perhaps too much. Yeah, this guy here was causing panic, and I missed it. Okay, do we have... We can injure those four. That is a large GIF. Let me just say for the record. Let's see, you covering up half the screen. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to feed all my kills to our hammer hog. That's a hammer hedgehog, obviously. So we'd have a decent death ray here if there was any capacity to do basically anything. But let's get all our punches done. The minimum range on longbow is also proving a true delight. Let's see, how much mana have you used? Oh, you're out of AP, so I guess it does not matter. Longbow's so bad, like 10% of that hero's kills are going to be punch. I think more than... I think it's way more than that. Actually. I think... I'm not going to go back and review the footage, but I'm pretty sure that over 50% of that hero's kills are punches. Although, we could say the same thing about any of these heroes would be able to do a lot of punchery. Alright, let's see. Don't like that that's not a kill. How are we doing on balancing kills is the question I should be asking right now. 16, 15, 25. To no one's surprise, Hammer may be the big winner here. But I think 10% by the end of the map would be reasonable. Oh, by the end of the map. I see what you're saying. Recently had a 17 max mana momentum hero with double scepter, 40% crit. Yep. That sounds nice. All right, everybody's injured. We're going to lose the S rank, but that's fine. Our hedgehog needs a little bit of survivability, it would seem. Hey, Derek, where's the two-handed sword? Oh, it's coming. It's coming. The game chose not to give us the gift of the two-handed sword right off the bat, but we will be finding and using some two-handed swords. I actually think there's a distinct possibility that two-handed sword is going to be a more favored weapon than some of these other ones, and I may prove my tier list slightly incorrect. But yes, don't worry, I'll be buying some. Well, unless I was taking talent in Lustrous, I couldn't have coagulation right now. But I might take coagulation on our hedgehog. Did I not armor up there? Seems like I didn't. Let's see, 25, 24, 25. Means Keon gets 1. And then everybody gets 1. And oh, look at this. The perfect balance. Everybody has 26 kills. Flawless victory. This is the high-octane gaming that everyone is here for. What can I say? Shout out to my base building guide. Which is currently broken? Question mark? No, looks good. There is something afoot there. Love the animations of it. Got a lot of AP, it's all right. How about a reenactment of what you did on the fresh save file? I don't want to build that many walls. That seems like a lot of work. Let's see. Okay, so let's get this party started. We'll do our, well, let's get our night reward. We're going to be doing, oh yeah, I forgot. There's not going to be anything exciting in here, is there? We can get another offhand hammer. Ooh. Yes, I wrote the website myself. Radin. Yeah, in my prior life before I became a streamer, I was a software engineer at Google, doing sales engineering work. So I have a little bit of coding chops. Let's see. Where am I? What am I doing? Cut me, I can't see. Let's see. This is going to be some disappointing rolls. This is decent for our hedgehog, though. I'll grab this. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Somewhere. I forgot. That shouldn't come up automatically. I only wanted that for my own edification. That was not meant to be shown with the world. I need to watch out on that. Is the helmet worth it? Yeah, the helmet's worth it. Get our hedgehog a little bit of survivability. Let's do some level ups. You're an opportunist. What weapons are we even doing? Since we're going stun, I guess we're going... This is going to be a hammer opportunist, which does mean that some movement would be pretty useful. Yeah, a little bit more capacity for hit and run, I think, is good. We'll grab stunning. Over here, our hedgehog can definitely grab sprint. Again, the move is slightly less important. Maybe just grab some block. That damage is looking really nice, though. I'm going to take the damage. And then over here, crit. I couldn't tell you what weapons I'm going to put on this hero. But probably not physical weapons. Probably magic damage here. "75% of the screen is going to be advertisements." I mean, if that ever happens, we'll all be excited if nothing else, because I'll be rich. No, the greatsword is a fan favorite bad weapon, but are there any other low tiers you guys love? You're asking chat or you're asking me? We'll just take some damage there. Let's see. We'll grab that, and then so let's see. So I keep this house, and then I just put another house back here, which means we do need to do some demolition. This 4 ruin is kind of an awkward place. Asking everyone. Well, I'll be curious. Yeah, what other weapons do people love that I so cruelly maligned with my tier list, my slanderous tier list? So So let's see. So we're going to put, there's going to be a house that goes here. No, there's not. Oh, so this house doesn't. How interesting. Yeah, this house doesn't actually remain here. Orb is situationally very good. That's an interesting take. I'm going to build a gold mine just to kind of like anchor myself, and then grab our second house here. I'm going to leave this house back here though. There we go. Don't want to go any further with corpse piles. We're not going to make it to salvaging this. So I think I chill. Second weapons are probably good. Rifles for the undodgeable pew pew. Wow, it's so expensive though. Is this shop more empty than they usually are? Is that weird? Like it feels, the shop feels a little extra empty. Is there a reason that it is less populated? I know it's kind of a weird question, but like, is this a Gildenberg specific thing? All right, another longbow. It is. Let's see. You can have the two-handed sword. You can have a second longbow. Well, actually, let's give you two of those, one of those. Absolutely disgusting. All right, let's see. We have 3 gold left. We could build some walls if we need to. I don't think we need to. So I guess we're good to go. We can at least move forward a little bit to soften enemies up. I think it has to do with Gildan in conjunction with the boundless system restrictions. I feel like I've done Gildan not that long ago, and it wasn't quite this ridiculous. So maybe you're right. All right. Night number 2. Here we go. Let's soften some enemies. At least we got a lot of longbows, right? That's the dream. All the longbows we could ever want. Shop slots are based on number of unlocked weapons. The shop was very empty when you did your Lakeburg new weapon only run. That's very interesting, if nothing else. This runner, it flew too close to the sun, unfortunately. I'm not psyched about runners, I will say. Whoops. Our hedgehog is currently rocking 2 longbows. That's how you know things are going really well. So you're going to block here so that... Actually, if you block here, I think that works. And then we'll give people the ability to kind of come in this way. All right. So that's interesting, Abigail. So that was not a side effect of when we did the omen restrictions, right? Omens to limit weapons. The shop never emptied out, right? Like we always had kind of like a full shop full of the weapons that we wanted. So they're clearly limiting weapons through a different mechanism than we did, right? Don't really want to get kills if I can avoid it. This is some riveting gameplay here. Okay, I think we're good. Because they were still technically allowing the other weapons to spawn just with the 0 probability. That makes perfect sense. Which I think I prefer. I'm curious what your thoughts on it, Abigail, are, but like that seems more my style. Let's see. Okay, now that we've done all of that, now we can take out the longbows, and oh, I forgot we're killing isolated, so I need to be a little careful of that. The 35% crit hero has basically not crit at all, I feel like. They've been demonstrating that crit is an RNG stat, I think, with a reckless abandon. Okay. I think their way makes sense, but should be communicated to the player and possibly come with an omen to undo it. Yeah, I could see that too. I kind of feel like shop unlocks. Look at this. Using a two-handed sword. What does the world come to? I think maybe shop size should just be governed by something independent of items unlocked. Might be the way that I would like to see it done. So like, you know, basically over time you unlock more and more slots in the shop, and then those are independent of what weapons you're running. It feels a little funky this way. It feels like an unintended consequence. All right, Keon has remembered that they can crit, so we're going to have to be a little careful about that. But if basically all the enemies die in these 6 to 8 tiles, I'll be relatively happy. Oh, that was disappointing. This guy's not going to become a productive member of society, so I'm going to do that. Okay, and now we go back to making sure that all of the new friends that are coming in are at least slightly hobbled. Probably should also zap this runner as it is going all the way. Yep. And we'll just continue our human wall in front of the in front of this house. But yeah, I think selections in the shop are very valuable. And so the idea that you're losing them kind of arbitrarily doesn't totally jive with me. Let's see. Maybe we'll do a sword blast because we can. Now that I think about it, I feel like a two-handed sword was a result of what if I had made a spear into a sword. A little bit. Like, spear and sword share some of the same DNA, but spear just got all the good stuff, and sword got none of the good stuff. It's like, what if we give one weapon a better momentum attack, more larger AoE, and multi-hit? They feel weirdly the same, but then at the same time you're like, but also weirdly different. Okay. I'm not sure I'm going to build walls at all on this one. Before we go too far, let me make sure I'm cleaning up these two. Okay, most of this crew is injured to the point of being nothing to worry about. This guy, he'll probably come in eventually once he finishes chewing on that delicious barricade. That barricade is artificial grape flavored, for anyone who is wondering. Yeah, it is true that the spear does lack a movement ability. Okay, let's make sure that... What's better than one longbow? Well, 2 longbows at least lets you kill all the... use up all your AP in a semi-productive fashion. Let's see. You're not injured enough. You're not injured enough. You're not injured enough. And then I'm gonna wrap you around the corner here. This still fully protects the house. Nobody's gonna hit the house. Remove the first skill from the spear, move the momentum skill to the first slot, and give it charge as its second or third skill. Have it at 3 mana consuming skills, and all the good things make it the perfect blood mage weapon. I was going to say, that does sound like it would be just insanely good, Abigail. Let's see, so we're going to have a few that we need to get rid of over here. I may just Sword Blast here. We have the mana. Anybody left need an arrow to the knee? Just you? Yeah, it is true, Abigail. The minimum range is one of those things that really sneaks up on you. I feel it a little bit on the cannon, too. But not nearly to the same degree. So let's see. Casper, how are you doing, buddy? You got 41... Oh, no. You got 58 kills, 47 for the longbow. Okay, so yeah. Once again, we need Casper to cool it. And now Keon needs to pick up the 3 remaining kills, and then we're good. And I think I'm going to put them back like this, because this will guarantee that the last 3 die on this patch here. Rifle does have hip shot. It is true. All right, all these go to Keon. Not bad. The levels do not come fast and furious on Glintfine either, I will say. Let's get our night reward. Really, on day 2 night rewards, we're still not getting level 1 items? Well, we got 1. Do I prefer that? This longbow has minus reliability. I think I take the helm, but it's not great. I'll grab Avid Learner on Keon. I will grab... What is Bodybuilder giving us? 5%. We'll grab Contamination. I remember I took some Opportunism on this hero, so we'll grab that. And then with 6 block, Spiky counter is hardly worth it, but we'll still, I guess, take it. Yet again, offering us the big damage. I don't think I can say no to that. Grab physical damage. I'm going to try and get some hammers going on our hedgehog, but we will see. Keon takes the crit power for sure. And then also probably the damage. And then Casper, our opportunist, can take some opportunism. And a little bit of accuracy wasn't really what I was looking for, but yeah, I think that's a mod that we need to incorporate in sooner rather than later. I would like to see. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna follow my build guide at all here. I think I'm just gonna build like another house back here. And I'd like to get rid of this house, if I'm being honest. But for now, I guess we'll leave it, and I'll just do one of these upgrades. Just to get rid of that, so it's not causing panic. Then toss a gold mine in there. Now we can destroy this. Put that there. And then we have a little bit of money to spend on weapons. It's Gildenberg. Nothing I do really matters. You're not wrong. God, the weapon. This is the thing that's killing me most of all. Like I'm floored by how terrible the shop selection is. Holy smokes. So I'll put this here. Okay. Should probably build some walls now. And then actually I wanted to build a mana well. So let's leave ourselves a little bit of space on the front edge. We'll do something like this. I always build the second tier walls. It's ill-advised, I should say. Let's see. Casper, I think you're going to do pretty well over there. Keon can be in the mix over here, and then you can be over here. I will get rid of these because I think we're probably S ranking again, would be my suspicion. Abigail does production on Swampfurt, actually, in Lustrous. That's what I've heard, at least. All right, here we go. Night number 3. Keon has too much crit for me to be poking things too terribly hard. I think I need to be a little careful about that. Just poke a few down. You never use the longbow once in your entire playthrough, you're not missing much. Abigail. Great minds think alike on that one. poke some folks down. We're at the awkward place where softening up is often fatal, so I need to chill a little bit, I think. Or we're gonna end up killing everybody before they get in. I guess that crit doesn't kill, so that's good. Swampfurt, where the entire map is a poison swamp. That does sound unpleasant. Swampfurt is the tutorial map, though, for those who missed the joke potentially there. Yeah, and I guess I said earlier that we didn't have a momentum weapon, which was technically incorrect, the worst kind of incorrect. Technically, we do have the two-handed sword to do momentum builds. So we got that going for us. Be cool to revisit that same map with the same difficulty as Elderlicht. It is kind of an interesting idea. I don't have enough of a memory of that map to be able to kind of like speak too much to the nature of it. Like it's only 3 turns, right? Am I remembering that correctly? Like, it goes by real fast. Wow. Stuns on both the splitters. That's, didn't see that one coming. Whoops. It's only 1 night and 3 turns of the second night. Okay. Ooh, that's a little bit of damage. Gonna have to be a little careful there. Oh, I'm not utilizing, I'm not utilizing opportunity as much as I should. Okay, what do we got left here? We got 2 AP here. I left you kind of out in the lurch, unfortunately, so you're not going to be gaining much value. You got 1 left. I think we go here and we get these 2. And then that, and then we are going to put our back up against the wall, because none of our heroes are particularly durable. Okay, it's not a great turn. Contagion with Crush on Hammer is so awkward. Yeah, it is a little funky, but I should be using it regardless. Like, this is that's a great opportunity. How many does this hit? That's not bad. Okay. So not terrible. You're going to end up doing a lot of work, I think. We just sword blasting again? Is our turn just 2 sword swings and a sword blast? It looks like it is. There might have been some death ray potential. Don't we have a bow +1? Somewhere we do. No, we have a +2 sword. This is a +2 sword. Mithril two-handed sword. I bought that from the shop. I'm just targeting the ones that are most likely to get dead. I'll put you inside. You're probably the one that I should be protecting. Yeah. The item rewards are way behind, which is very frustrating. The shop is doing the best work. Okay, so let's see. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Do not suspect that we're getting everybody taken care of on this one here. But charge is definitely our best skill. I'm impressed we still have two AP left. I'm just going to burn some mana. We'll get some mana wells out of this. And I'd like to keep us below 2 panic. Now, you do 20 poison. Or 30 poison, excuse me. Not enough to do anything. This is doing 267 on crit, 290 on crit, so we'll do it that way. All right. I mean, we got dealt some very squishy heroes. I don't take full responsibility for that. This hero did a ton of work, so we won't give them any more kills, but yeah, we just have some squishy heroes. I'm tempted just to get gear, if I'm being honest. Let's see, with 12% crit. Bodybuilder's doing very little. At least Mark sets us up. I mean, Mark does set us up, but it's like, we're probably only going to get Sadist, and then this map is going to be, like, over. One of your heroes has 63 max HP and 10 armor. Oh, he'll be okay. As long as a bounty hunter doesn't sneeze in his general direction. That would be the worst case scenario. I think we can make that work well enough. Hardy har game. Very funny. I'll just take the crit. It's fine. Yeah, so between Bodybuilder and Mark is more flexible for us. So I'll grab it, and then hopefully we'll get Sadist. Our Hedgehog does need a little bit of more movement, so that's fine. Big physical damage is good. First Blood is okay. First Blood again. And some isolation is nice. I would like to see crit here. All right. Let's see. I have to remember we're not going to get any good items. This is the hard thing. My instincts to reroll when I see some of the garbage that we get are high, but I need to remember that there's not going to be anything good. It's all going to be bad. I'm going to get some items here. I'm going to splash some items. Sure. Okay, let's see. So our Opportunist already has a helm, but we can swap that one there. You can take that helm. Everybody gets a two-handed sword. The Joy. I don't know about that, actually. I will put that there. And then our Hedgehog, I think, is going to take... Oh, it's an offhand magic orb. So we'll go like that. And then you can have that. What a bounty. Might grab a health potion for reasons. That isn't bad. Moving wall scrolls are pretty good, all things considered. The Baron's Cape, I think, is decent enough to buy. I'll buy that. I'm going to grab that, I think. Our Opportunist could use a better one of those. I think our Opportunist could use the damage, so I'll give that there. Level 2 magic orb with some movement on it is probably better. The other thing about the magic orbs is they all come with a health down, which is just like... Did we really need that? Is that a thing that we really needed? All right, no ruins to do, so let's just get some more gear. Might as well. 29 armor, nice. Yeah. It's not like I'm not trying. They're just giving us a bunch of garbage. The offhand orb was passably decent, yeah. 6 damage or 3% crit and some magic damage. This has a lot of health on it. I'll grab it. These were all trash. A shield is fine. So let's see. So, Keon, you get a bit more health. Casper can take this, because at least it has some opportunism. And then our Hedgehog is already getting a decent amount of that, but we'll gain some block off the pants. And then you can take that. What's this level 2 shield? We don't really have an offhand to work with right now. So I think we probably save that. I think it is time to build mana wells. Okay, we got ourselves a health potion. We're probably not going to reroll again here. So I think we're just kind of done. All right, I think we're good. Night number 4. We at least have an orb that isn't just a dot now. This is perhaps our greatest accomplishment. Look at how many of them there are. How will we ever survive? Another thing that's interesting is I'm used to our hedgehogs needing to like be in the fray and taking damage, but in reality, there's really no value because we're not going to be stacking anything up. I can stack a bit of Sadist up here just by doing some of that. Oh, boo. No need for that level of critting. I guess they do have like 50% crit, so I should be mindful of that. On a 4%, you could potentially get the kill. All right. Our heroes all got a lot less paper thin. They're significantly less less squishy than they used to be. But none of them are great. The crit is too high here. I can't go for it. I guess, actually, before we move, though, like if I move, like, one tile this way, this is okay. Okay, yeah, this isn't killing anyone, so... Yay for Longbow being really good at not killing things. Now they're paper thick. That sounds extremely correct. Very correct indeed. Let's see. Ah, so I only have one longbow. How heartbreaking. Ah, I didn't want to kill that guy. The crits are making it a little tough to keep control of the situation. We don't have Sadist, so we're not getting a ton of value out of that. Except maybe like an opportunism proc here or there. Yeah, okay. We're still taking damage on our heroes. Despite you having an occultist robe, which is generally a pretty decent. Generally a pretty decent defensive item. So we can't really have you stand out here. We need to be smarter about things. I'm very skeptical that any builds are going to come out of this endeavor. It kind of just feels like it's just, we're just going to suffer through some bad weapons and learn basically nothing. All right, Casper I need to start being more protective of. This is going to be a bad turn for Casper. Yeah. Of course, the contagion spreads to the only one that I was like, well, as long as it doesn't go that way, it'll be fine. Should have enabled opportunism there though. That was an easy bit of low-hanging fruit that I should have grabbed. Two hit points left. Grumble, grumble. All right. Okay, you're fine there. I might jump you over. You could, if you have movement left. No, you don't. All right. How do you decide if a hero is good for a multi-hit build? Mostly it's the presence of the assassination tree, another anomaly. If they're rocking the assassination tree, they're probably going to have a pretty good time as a multi-hit hero. I think that's one of the things that's quite powerful about multi-hit is that it's quite easy to enable. All right, first death ray. It's happening. Let's see, if I walk to here and I do this. And then let's see, I can do a mark there. I need to run away this way, and I'm not sure that was the play. Take a step back this way and get a charge in here. Like you just keep ending up in awkward places. Extremely overkill triple swipe there. You have no actions. We're gonna get hit by this guy, which is not great. Unless I can... Alright, we didn't get there, but I think that was worth running over for. Hopefully Casper doesn't die. Not that it's a huge deal if they do, but... And somehow they're totally fine with that. Sometimes I wonder. I don't want to break my own wall. We're landing some good stuns. Alright, let's just avoid you taking damage. Let's see. We got another great death ray. I do kind of feel like death ray may be our number one ability in these playthroughs. We'll stun you. I think right now we can still get over there, so let's do this and then get you going, and then you can come over here and just momentum this guy. Okay. It was a clutch dodge that saved us from the pain. That doesn't surprise me. Okay, move into this corner here, and then you... Yeah, Sword Blast is up there decently. Yeah. Yeah, that was a clutch dodge, because this hero is paper thin. Jeez. Horrible. Like, I thought I moved pretty far out of the way on this hero, and yet still... Still, here we are. With only 4 AP because of injuries. I'm just gonna keep running away. Never don't stop running. Okay. Probably not worth doing that to secure this guy, but I guess at least we get an S rank that way. Yeah, the beam is good for sure. Should I build a temple? might be the play here. Yeah, you have no movement, so... I mean, I certainly think we could still do without, like, but I do have some free real estate at the moment. We could go for that. Why did the mages say my articles are available? Is that really a thing? I'm just going gear because we don't need to build anything else here. I'm probably not going to recruit another hero. Oh, it was the gold mine? Ah, I see. That makes more sense. Ooh, this is good. This will make our squishy person slightly less squishy. That all looks like trash. More offhand hammers. How can I say no? Cardboard thick. We need a whole taxonomy, suspicious iguana. Maybe you can help us come up with a multi-tiered taxonomy of garbage defenses. Let's see. I think I will grab that bow, because I think our opportunist is also becoming a bit of a stunner. Well, there's cardboard thin, and then there's cardboard thick. I think they're two different tiers, if I had to guess. Alright, let's do level ups. Our opportunist, I kind of want to roll... Well, let's get some stun chance. Okay, then we do pick up sadist. Over here for our hedgehog. I think it's vampire first. Let's get a little bit of regen going. A little bit of resistance. Could have taken the momentum. The healing received is fine. It's just not great. And then I have to pick something else that we're taking here. We'll start with Lone Wolf, I guess, but I don't know what we're going for next. Just more damage is good. More crit power is good. This hero is at least going to hit hard. No, we have 3 more knights. I can take spiky counter on this hero. Guess maybe. I guess it does. It will proc for crits, right? Eye patch is good. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. So our opportunist is getting that. Hopefully that makes them a little tankier. And I think we're replacing the sword with a stun bow. This is so awkward, though. Hammer bow? I don't know. It's a little funky. It's a little weird. I'll give you that. And our hedgehog can take that. I think you're sticking with what you got going on. You can take that for the extra AP. Do we have a better bow here? I guess we do have a better bow. And a better orb. Okay. Lots of nice trinkets that we won't be... Well, I guess 2 nice trinkets. They are really nice, though. Wow, maybe I should pick those up. I do like the Step Hunter's armor. Do we have a hero that's at 13 armor? How is Casper doing this? How do you end up with 13 armor when you're wearing a chest piece with 28 armor? Ah, Druid and Frail. That's a lot of negatives. I'm like, it's not like I'm not trying to gear this fool up. Like, this is ridiculous. This can move over to our hedgehog, who will be taking that next time, so... I guess we could get poison from poisonous. That's something to think about. I really don't know... Like, I don't know what to do with Casper, if I'm being honest. Maybe I just make them a ranged hero. Like, they are getting just progressively less tanky. I like both of these. I think I definitely pick up this one. Yeah, let's get them both. Crit for you. Action point for Casper. We don't have that many slots. I am realizing now. Oh. That certainly doesn't seem very good. I do like the scale. Sure, I'll pick it up. So Casper. Here's what I think I have to do. I think I have to abandon hammers, and we have to just go double bow. And I'm gonna build this fool a watchtower. That's right, you heard it here first. Casper's got a watchtower. Oh, the humanity. And then, where do you need to stand to get the full bonus? You can stand there to get the full bonus. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. I should not be destroying these. I forgot. We have more workers. Alright, I did waste one worker, but... Do we do a gift? Keon's going to be casting a lot, so we'll do that. Let's see. Lone Wolf Helm, not that interesting. Better bow. I think we do use that potentially. Longbow with skill range is kind of interesting, but I don't think I want to drop below level 2 gear anymore. What does our hedgehog have for a chest piece? This is better. Okay, so let's see. So, level 2 bows. That had a little bit of stun chance on it, so I'm a little sad to see it go. Get Keon up into the rarefied crit atmosphere. Okay. Well, here goes nothing. All right, night number 5 of our terrible weapons only run, and I would describe the weapons we are using as terrible. How hard are you hitting now? You're hitting for 600 on a crit, and you're critting a lot, so I'm just gonna chill. Make you dodgy, why not? Let's see, if you... Arctic Blast hits so laughably weakly. It's kind of amazing. Somewhat astounding. I think you can come over here and just take care of this, because we'll have plenty of time to run back. We heard you like mana, so now you're going to give up all your mana. Poking down things for no apparent reason. Okay, can you shoot the bat? No. Just trying to give some isolated targets for Casper, since Casper's not exactly pumping damage at the moment. Okay. Now, oh, Casper did pick up Sadist, so we should make sure we're tossing out some contaminates as we go. That is a disappointing amount of damage. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So, before we go too far, let's get some of this going. Well, I guess the sadism isn't that strong at the moment. The stuns are doing decent work. You got nothing left in the tank. I already ran you back. That was a mistake. I was expecting someone else to take care of the of that last duder. The miss was a little sad there. Okay. If only Casper wasn't on their deathbed. What would that change? It's time to zap people with a death ray. Twice. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? And then sword is kind of like mini death ray. Okay. Can Casper finish off the, like, 2 enemies that we've left on the field? The answer looks to be, like, no. Yeah, no, that just can't. Let's see. I'm trying to think what the best plan is. If we stun the bats, that's probably better than anything else we can do with our first action. Okay. The bats just didn't die, so we should feel bad about that, I guess. Forgot about offhands. I forgot that you had action points left too, actually. This guy being too close is just an irony I can barely manage to handle. And you still didn't get the kill. Should have done this a while ago, though. Do you also... Jeez, 141 HP. Alright, well, we left one. I think I'm going to try and power level Keon here into getting up to Mana Collector. At an incredible cost of mana. Let's see if we can get the bats this way. Almost, not quite. All right, back into your tower, my friend. Death Ray is S tier incoming? Definitely not. Definitely not. But I will did that really miss? That was unfortunate. But when it comes to this challenge, I will cop to the fact that it is one of the better abilities that we have at our disposal. Let's see. A little bummed about you missing that. Do we have any offhands left? We do. Offhand left over here? No. We'll crit power next turn. Yeah. The only thing that that Death Ray is S tier at is emptying my hero's mana pool. You have to remember, this hero has like 60 mana, and we're only gaining 11 per turn. So this is a healthy price we're paying to keep things under control. And I think the fun ends here also. Okay. Not much left in the tank. Let's see. You have a free offhand. I was like, where's the panic coming from? Our Blood Mage is turning into a Blood Mage next turn, so we're fine with that. Okay. We like them being out of mana. We would have liked for them to be out of mana like one turn later, but the temptation is just so strong. I can't do it though. I can't take them down another notch. Try and get a few kills for Casper. Succumb to the ways of the Death Ray. I mean, if we could just find a way to make it somewhat sustainable, we'd be onto something. I should have used this sooner. But we secured the A rank, so that's got to be worth something. Everybody gets level 6. Gosh, Glint fine. Gosh, Glint fine. I do think that finding a way for the finding a way for Glintfine to feel a little more... Excuse me, not Glintfine. Gildenberg to have a little bit more, like, replayability would be very good for business. All right, Casper, you're gonna grab some range damage and some resistance reduction. And I guess Runic Gift? Bodybuilder was never in the cards apparently for that paper thin skinned monstrosity. Got to be Blood Mage because we're sitting on like no mana. Runic Gift would have been nice too, but resistance reduction. Yeah, you have the orb for that, right? He's even thinner than paper thin. This is like a Black Eyed Peas. What's colder than ice? What's cooler than ice cold? Same basic concept. I guess we are going back for spiky counter. Fear of Death. I think I like this medallion on Casper. We just picked up some new trinket slots. I think that getting the stun there is good, and Fear of Death isn't bad either. Yeah, that worked out well. Okay. Just gotta grab some gear. Those greaves are pretty interesting. What are Keon's pants right now? That's a pretty nominal upgrade. I'll roll this. Ooh, from bad to worse, apparently. Those pants are kind of nice. At least you don't have to worry about rerolls anymore. We have basically no trinket slots. Yeah, orbs having minus health on them is just kind of annoying. Like, at some point, a developer of the game had to be sitting there being like, you know what's a really strong weapon? Orbs. We need to give them, make them the only weapon in the game with a, like, survivability downside. It's a little baffling. It is a little baffling. Freaking warp crystal with opportunism and damage? Don't mind if I do. All right, so you are losing that and losing that. That's your new life. You, I wanted to give that because it gives skill range. And we got these pants for our hedgehog. We are losing a bit of block, but I think it's worth it. Then you can take that. 57 armor. It's a banner day. A banner day, I tell ya. I don't think Shopkeeper's Friend is worth it in this context. Movement potions might be important. Grab that for sure. 7% stun. Might make our stunner worth something. Also, what's the... This is... So you can switch from Knight Armor to Devil Armor. Pretty much a gain across the board. Sure, I'll grab it. And then these are only level 1, so unfortunately we can't do those. I'll grab a mana potion, just because we're burning through mana like it's going out of style. How many slots, in fact, does Keon have? Just the one. Grab those. Casper no longer needs this. Our hedgehog can take one of those. And then Casper might need to teleport at some point. So, Illustrious, you want me to fill this whole inside area just with garbage wooden walls? That's the meta you are desirous of? I could probably do another house upgrade and grab another piece of gear. Ah, okay, so that was just the best you could do. I understand now. Ooh, some multi-hit. Shame. Be a shame if there were no multi-hit weapons unlocked. Low-tier weapons plus no ballista is spicy. Yeah, I think we're gonna do okay. This is quite nice. This shield is strangely quite nice. 23 mana is a lot of mana. I think I'm actually gonna grab that. I didn't think too hard about where I was gonna put it when I grabbed it, but so I was thinking it could go over here. Just give you a bigger mana pool. This is trash. This is trash. More death rays. And then I'm gonna sell something to get another upgraded mana well. That's the point that we are at, where I think the mana well might be our strongest something or other. I am tempted to barricade spam in here. Can you share your save? Yeah, if you join the Discord and ask, I'm happy to. Orin? I'm gonna go with Orin. Yeah, I'd be happy to if you wanted. I've had everything unlocked for a long time, so there's not a lot of anything particularly exciting going on there, but there's also already on the Ishtar Discord a just fully unlocked save file if that's what you're looking for. Okay. We'll just do that, and then I think our hedgehog is extremely capable of soloing. I'm going to put you back in here, I guess, for now, and then you can be over here, and we don't want these blocking death ray shenanigans. Prefer unlocking everything on your own? I'm with you on that one. It doesn't take that long once you kind of get going. All right, let's do this. Do you have enough skill range to shoot that miss sensor? You do. Okay, you got 2 miss sensors. I mean, I have 1 million on my save. The essence stacks up real fast when you don't spend it. Yeah, it really does. All right. Oh, 1 free building ability. That's right. I was gonna upgrade that, but it just didn't happen. Let's do that. Okay. Here we go. Night number 6 of our bad weapons fiesta. Our bad weapons clown fiesta. Not just any type of fiesta, it is a clown fiesta. I think if I stand here, these guys might kill themselves on me. And then I guess if I move over here. Have you do this. Fear of death, doing some interesting things. Okay. Are you're questioning my use of bad in reference to the weapons in Lustrous? It's true. Anything is workable, right? That's part of what we are here to demonstrate. Okay, we'll let these guys come in. I don't think that's going to be too bad. There was our crit, so our crit damage dropped off. Should probably get some debuffs out there when I can. Okay. Yes, this map is 8 nights total. Or wait, is it 7 nights total? The 200 damage there was pretty funny. This is the second to last night, so it's 7 nights total. All right, let's see. Oh, why did I break my own wall there? That wasn't my finest work. I guess I'll just stand here from now on. Medal of Mood Swings can finally have value. True that. True that. I should drink this. Oh, missing the crit there was really unfortunate. Okay. Should get my hedgehog out one more too, though, probably. There's some good work being done by crit spiky counter, I will say also. That was pleasant. Probably stay out one like this. Now, you are not going to be able to shoot this guy. Well, you can with this. Ooh. I will say, one thing I hadn't thought too hard about previously... That it was an amazing diagonal right there. Is Fear of Death stacks up really, really ridiculously fast when you hit with AoEs. That's a component of Fear of Death that I hadn't thought about. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we kind of shifted this hero over, so their death rays are suboptimal now. Where was the crit? What are you at right now? Only 65. Okay. Pew pew. All right, now you over here, I think. Am I ever going to use the hammer much? Kind of feels like the hammer may just not get a lot of love. Blood Mage is still triple swiping, despite everything. Just snipe shot? Hold on 1 second here. All right, bye everybody. I gotta go. Catch y'all.